Grill. If it makes your mouth water, have it delivered. Regular menu prices, then just add around $5. Place an order directly from your smartphone at dineinonline.com or call 675-9999. When you don't feel like going out, dine in. The best restaurants delivered.
The topics and opinions expressed in the following show are solely those of the host and their guests and not those of W4CY Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4CY Radio or its employees or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4CY Radio.
Hey everybody, this is Scotty J.
What's up guys, this is DJ Zach.
Hey guys, you're out with Ambler.
Rock Titan Live on W4CY Radio. Every Tuesday from 9 to 9:50 p.m. Eastern.
You're listening to Rock Titan Live.
W4CY Radio.
You are listening to Rock Titan Live.
Every Tuesday from 9 to 9:50 p.m. Eastern.
Rock Titan Live. Every Tuesday from 9 to 9:50 p.m. Eastern.
Scotty J.
DJ Zachy D.
Out with
Rock
Ambler.
Titan Live on W4CY Radio.
Well, check that out, guys. What is going on, everybody? I am Scotty J. You are watching Rock Titan Live. We've got Zachy D, that's what Lizzie
That's
Hale
what it
likes
says.
to call you anyway.
Yeah,
and we've got
apparently-
Out
apparently
with
so.
Ambler with us. Yes, and we've got Rebel handling all the audio, radio stuff for us down there in Louisiana. And wow, so this is our maiden voyage. This is crazy. This is our premiere. How you guys feeling?
Wonderful.
Yeah, you guys ready to
Wonderful.
rock and roll?
Absolutely.
Yes. I'll tell you what, I was scrambling. I was going nuts. I'm so used to engineering everybody else's shows, or doing things where we're not actually live. We got Rock Titan TV, which both of you guys have been a part of in the past. And,
Absolutely.
Now we are actually live. It's nuts. So if I had any hair, it would be on fire right now. But,
You can. We got enough for that.
yeah,
Got enough
right.
later For that.
Oh man. But so Zach, you actually just got back to Nashville, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. I was just on my voyage with SIR Nashville working Bonnaroo Festival, and then right after that going right to Firefly Festival in Dover, Delaware, and that was, quite the experience and very, very quick turnover. Like literally within 36 hours turnover from one festival to the other, traveling wise, and so it's crazy.
Yeah. Now, Ambler, I know you love the festivals too. Where were you at most recently, like festival-wise? What did you do?
Epicenter Festival.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you were down there in North Carolina and got slammed. Lost you there for a minute, Zach. It's funny.
okay.
So here we are, going through this all live for the first time. And it's like somehow it would be, I don't know, foolhardy maybe to think that we weren't going to have a few technical difficulties. But
Such as rock and roll, right?
yeah, right. But one thing that's cool, and I'm so glad that Ambler and Zach could be with me here. Yeah, we're kicking off this show with a bang. And I actually got to call these guys here really shortly. We got David Ellefson from Megadeth, and we're going to talk about some of the latest stuff that he's got going on. And then we have his business partner, Tom Hazart, with him as well. So that's going to be really cool. And then we got Weapons of Anu later on in the show, a band we're going to be talking to that's actually from New Jersey, So,
my native land.
yeah,
My native.
your native land. Well, is New Jersey your native land, or is Nashville your native land?
Well, Jersey is the birth land, and I guess Nashville would be the native land since I am here now happily. A little over a year back now. It's definitely more home here than Jersey. No offense, I love Jersey, but something about Music City, it's intoxicating.
Yeah. It's a little bit different than Dover, Delaware at Firefly, right?
Oh, yeah, but wow, what a festival. What a festival. What a good vibe. Just a great time.
Give me a highlight, man. What are some of the highlights? Obviously, we had some really beautiful weather, which is a good thing, because the week prior, it was nothing but rain. It was absolutely insane. I don't know how you guys would have done it, I mean, I know from driving through there, I mean, how many people would you say were there?
Probably like 60,000.
Is that
50,
it?
60,000.
All right.
It could be more, to be honest with you. I mean, I didn't get the official total at the end of how many were actually there in attendance all weekend. I know for sure Bonnaroo was sold out, and that was like 80,000 plus. But with Firefly, yeah, I never got the official number on that one.
Was there a particular band that you were jazzed to see there?
Panic at the Disco. Straight
Yeah?
up, Panic at the Disco. They blew my mind. Truly blew my mind. Amazing, amazing band and performance and everything all around. Yeah, that was probably one of the highlights of my weekend for bands I wanted to see. But then I had just so many surprises on the stage. I was working alone. Just almost every day I was working, there was always some band that I was just like, wow, I would have never listened to them had I not worked these festivals, and would have expanded my musical palette more than I have now working these festivals. I mean, I found out yesterday that one of the bands I did on Friday was actually the former drummer of Paramore's band that I was working with.
Oh, no kidding.
And yeah, Zach Farrow's band Half Noise was one of my first bands on Friday at my stage, and had no idea that's who it was. But, you know, just hanging out, cutting up with him, setting up his stuff, and 2 days later find out, oh, wow, yeah, you know, no big deal. Just drummer of a very huge band from Franklin, Tennessee, of all places, just outside of Nashville.
Nice.
Crazy.
Nice. Now you're all recovered now that you're back there in Nashville from the long road trip?
Sure.
Sure, you're just going to roll with that. Oh, man.
Heck yeah.
But, so Ambler, I definitely want to talk about some of your latest escapades, because I know that you hit me up the other night, and we were talking a little Texas Hippie Coalition, because I know there is a very, special place in your heart for those guys. So I definitely want to talk about them. But so your boy was on Ripley's Believe It or Not the other day.
He sure was. That would be Short E Dangerously.
Short E Dangerously.
Yep, Short E Dangerously, and he is with Hell's a Poppin'. They are a circus sideshow, and Shorty, he's been with them for 6 years, I think it's been, and they have performed and toured with Avatar all over the United States, all over Europe, performed and toured with many other rock bands. It was a great thing to see him on the Ripley's Believe It or Not TV show that I used to watch as a kid. Now they've got that all back again, and I've got a friend on there, so I thought that was just really amazing.
That's wild. I gotta say though, I mean, Ripley's is pretty amazing. It always has been. It is just, it's not the same. It's not the same as when we were kids. I know I'm roughly the same age as you, Zach. You poor guy, you have no clue because you're just a baby, But I remember we had Jack Palance back in the day, and he was always like, Ripley's Believe It or Not. But yeah, but if there's some way you can crank up your microphone there a little bit, Ambler, so we can hear you a little better. We can barely hear you. It is like it's practically dead. But I'm just trying to I'm trying to see if we've got our guys waiting for us on the line right now. Gotta make sure I call them, Dave and Tom, and bring them in because I know that their time is sensitive. I do want to play a video from one of our guys here, though. So let's see. I'm just checking right now. Checking to see if we got David on the line. So, Ellefson. All right. Don't see him on the line yet, but we can try giving him a call. Let me see if I've got Tom here. But we'll play that video, and we'll get rocking and rolling, because I don't know if you noticed the intro music that we had, but we've been good friends with the guys in Three Tremors, for quite a while now. And of course, you got Sean Peck, who's also in Cage and Death Dealer. And then you got Tim Ripper Owens, and I know that he's been on tour doing the Dio hologram tour and being a big part of that. And then you got Harry the Tyrant Conklin. And have any of you guys ever seen or listened to the Three Tremors?
A little bit. I've checked out a couple of their. You sent me there.
Okay, all right. Zach, have you ever had a chance to meet those guys?
I haven't. I have not, but I have been to Ripper Owens Tap House when he had that in Akron, Ohio years ago on a tour I was working on. So that's about the only connection with any of them I've really ever had, was getting to see that really cool place. but I never actually got to hear them just yet. But I've heard nothing but great things, and I definitely plan on checking out these videos and
all right,
seeing what's going on.
All right, so Rebel, you there right now? We got Rebel there?
Yes.
All right. So what I think I'd like to do here is play the song that actually became part of our intro. And again, to Sean Peck and Tim and Harry, thank you guys so much. You know, the Three Tremors. Everybody, just Google the Three Tremors. These guys are awesome. I mean, they're what heavy metal is literally all about. There's nothing like it out there. There was some talk about, you know, way back in the day, having Bruce Dickinson and, Rob Halford, Jeff Tate, Dio, you know, maybe doing something like that. But these guys grabbed it by the horns, and they're doing it. So I want to play Bullets for the Damned right now. I'm going to show the video. So everybody, you know, who's listening, if you would like to watch this, you can actually go out to w4cy.com on the web and click on Talk 4 TV. And you'll be able to watch everything that you're actually listening to right now. So you'll be able to watch Bullets for the Damned, and Rebel is going to cue up the song, Bullets for the Damned. And when I'm done saying, check it out, all right, Rebel? When I'm done saying, check it out, just start playing it, and then I'll play the video. Sound like a plan?
Definitely a plan for me.
All right. So everybody, this is Bullets for the Damned by the Three Tremors. Check it out.
Bullets for the Damned!
right, everybody. So we're back, and that was Bullets of the Damned by the Three Tremors. And Mr. Sean Peck, if you're watching right now, that one's for you, buddy. Love you. I think you guys truly do kick ass. And I was just reaching out to some of the guests that we are going to be having live on the show here later on. You know, this is interesting. You know, we're feeling our way here, people. We're feeling our way. It is only going to get better. And when we do get Ellefson and Hazard on the line, it is going to dominate. And of course, when we get Freddie from Weapons of Anu, that's going to be pretty cool too. But so Ambler, let's get back to talking about your boys from Texas Hippie Coalition. That was it looked like a pretty great show that you had the opportunity to shoot down there. They seem to love you. You like the Southern Belle or what?
Well, it was a great show. They never put on a bad show. Never show. They always put on a great show. My husband actually went with me. He does not like going to concerts very much. It's not really his thing, but he really enjoyed himself. He thought it was a great show. I mean, THC's got this new album out, High in the Saddle, and this great video Moonshine, and they're kicking ass right now. They're just a great band to go see. So when they come to you, make sure you go, pick up the album, check out the single, the video on YouTube. They had Shallow Side opening up. Shallow Side's always a great band live, never disappoint. And there was a new artist by the name of Emma Garrell. It was she and her band. And I'll tell you, the crowd was really taken with Emma Garrell. I didn't really know quite what to expect when she came out. She had a Marilyn Manson shirt on. And I'm thinking, okay, that kind of vibe at a THC show is not really, the same. But Girlfriend came out there and she was just a little songbird. She had a really eclectic set list. She did some 90s alt covers. She did some back in the day NIB from Metal Gods of Black Sabbath, as well as some of their originals. And their single right now, you can check it out on YouTube, it's called Destination Anaheim, and it is really good. This girl, she came across to me as having been influenced a little bit by the 60s, a little bit by the 70s, some 80s, definitely some 90s. She put it all together for just a really great set that night. So check out Emma Garrell if you get a chance. Make the chance, just do it.
Yeah, right on. Right on. So, one thing that we haven't really touched on yet, people, is the background of the other hosts we have on the show with us right now. Zachy, is Lizzie Hale again, loves to call you. And that's got to feel pretty cool, when Lizzie's like sitting there hanging out with you in Nashville, like, what's up, Zachy? Is that like, wow?
Very much so. I will not sugarcoat it. No, man. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, I've been following the band for almost a decade now, since I first saw them in New Jersey, and God, it was August of 2010, Uproar Festival, with Disturbed, Avenged Sevenfold, Stone Sour, hell yeah, a bunch of bands, and it was the first time I even knew or heard who they were. And the very beginning of their set was just Lizzie just belting out these epic vocals, with such grit and force and power. I mean, nothing else. It was just a huge crowd, open amphitheater, and her voice just echoing throughout the whole place. And I was just immediately a fan without even seeing the whole band live yet. Heck, she wasn't even out on stage yet. She was backstage doing that. And I was just immediately just taken by that. But the big thing for me, of course, the bias being a drummer, was her brother RJ doing the most ridiculous drum solo with drumsticks probably as tall as me, which is pretty short in human standards, but in drumstick standards, it's flipping tall. But just watching him flip these huge drumsticks around and just slaying it. I mean, they're just a all-around amazingly talented group of human beings with such epic dedication, and just how they are to people, just as people. It makes me so happy. It gives me so much hope. It's why I love her and them so much, because it's like, if I was them at their level, they are who I would want to be.
They seem really down to earth. They're really
amazing.
Down to earth.
Like, just the fact that, you know, they didn't make it to our set the night we played with Bisto Blanco here in Nashville, but they still were like, "Hey, Zach, how are you? I'm sorry we missed your set." It's like they acknowledge those things. You would think people like that wouldn't remember these things, when the next day after being at your little show in Nashville, they're going to headline sets over in like Zurich and all over Europe and stuff. It's so cool. It's so cool. But yeah, it is very flattering just to even have her really know who I am at all. I mean, she's one of my music idols as a musician and a person.
Right on, right on. Now, one thing I wanted to bring up to everybody is that you actually are the drummer for Voodoo Prophet, and
that I am.
Yeah, and not too long ago, because I know that Bisto Blanco's on tour with Hailstorm. They were on tour with Hailstorm.
They were, yeah.
And then Voodoo Prophet got to open for Bisto Blanco when they were down there in Nashville, yeah?
Yeah, that was probably one of the most amazing shows of my career so far.
Yeah, and that was right before you hit the road to do all this stuff with Firefly and everything else.
Yeah, it don't stop, man, and I love it. I love when the chaos ball starts getting bigger and bigger and snowballs, like a Bugs Bunny cartoon when they roll it down the hill. It starts off like a pebble and winds up freaking turning like 20 feet tall.
God.
I love it.
Well, all right, so I just got an update here, guys. All right, so here's the deal. We are going to be calling Tom Hazard. David is not going to be able to join us, unfortunately, today. But we do have a lot of things that we are going to be talking about with him, because he's got a new book coming out. He's going to be going back out on tour again with Bass Story. But these are some things that we can definitely talk about with Tom, because one of the really cool things about Tom Hazard is, again, he's a partner with him, with the record label, EMP record label, with the coffee business. He was the co-author of the book. More Life with Death, so there's a lot going on there. So, whatever we don't cover with Tom today, who's going to just be awesome to talk to, we will be able to catch up with David. We're going to just probably maybe catch up with him at the next show. And, then again, we got Freddie from Weapons of Anew coming up later. But, Rebel, if we could, there is actually another video that I want to, get going here for the Three Tremors again. This is another official music video and a song that they put out, maybe not even a couple of months ago. But these guys are awesome. I can't say enough about them. And this is Fly or Die. This is actually really cool. I know that they had to put a lot into the video because they're actually in like old World War II planes. So this was cool. It's pretty decent. I mean, when you guys see the video, it's like, the scale of it and everything. When Sean Peck does something, man, he goes all out, and I'm sure that,
the only way, man.
And with Harry and Tim with him, as a part of this, it was nuts. So same kind of deal here, Rebel. When I say check it out, when I'm done saying check it out, we'll just kick off Fly or Die. Sound like a plan? You there, Rebel?
Yeah, it sounds like a plan.
All right. So, everybody, this is Fly or Die by the Three Tremors. Check it out.
Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan.
From the slumber of a nation, we are changed forevermore. We can't deny the situation. The time has come to join the war.
The attack yesterday on Hawaiian Island has caused severe damage to American naval and military forces. I regret to tell you that very many American lives have been lost.
One early Sunday morning in 1941, they hit us without warning. The battle has begun. 360 planes and bullets rain upon us as we sleep. Torpedoes slamming into iron holes and bombers in flames. Fly or die. Fly or die. Carnage and chaos. Oil burning black. Man your battle stations. We have to fight back. Get to the fighters, get them in the air and do it fast. And while a thousand Zion flags will fly tomorrow at half mast. Fly or die. Straight to the sky. Forever fearlessly soar. Now you and I make this declaration of war.
No matter how long it may take us to overcome this premeditated invasion, the American people in their righteous might will win through to absolute victory.
Rising skyward into danger. Fly with me above the sea. Courage will bring us victory.
just a moment ago because you know, I was using a totally different screen. But now we're all back. Now it's all good. So you know, it's all good. It's all good. I think we might end up rescheduling here with Tom. So you know, that is kind of a bummer. But it's totally understood. You know, I know how these things go. He's a really busy guy. And again, you know, at 9 o'clock on a Tuesday night, you know, we're 9 to 9:50. Now, I chose this. You know, so it's just a matter of, you know, what was going to, you know, we're just feeling things out here. But, you know, things come up. Things always come up. You know, I could get hit by a bus tomorrow. And then, I don't know, Ambler, you know, Zach, you guys going to host the show yourselves next Tuesday if something should befall me?
We'll host the show, and, you know, my husband and I do fireworks. So we'll just have your wife cremate you, and during the show, we'll shoot your ashes from a cannon. You on board with that, Zach?
That's epic.
All right, we'll do this.
Yeah. Oh, Ambler, you sound so much better now. What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
The heck you didn't.
I didn't do anything.
Zach, does she sound better right now?
Yes. I am I'm astonished. I'm not even mad. That's amazing.
Rebel, what do you think? Does she sound better? I think she sounds better. Is it just me? Am I going crazy?
Most definitely. She sounds wonderful.
Yeah, see, you did something.
Lovely, dashing. You sound great.
Cow.
Man, I'm telling you.
I haven't touched anything but my drink.
Maybe that's what it is. Oh,
it's the
that's
blackberry mojito.
Mojito.
Oh, so I see how it is. So we're already drinking on the job.
You damn straight.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm glad to know that you take me so seriously. But I guess you know what? I didn't send you guys contracts. I mean, you might as well be vaping right now. You know what I'm saying? You know? I mean, why not? You know? Why not bust it out?
I'm the photographer with the camera in one hand and the drink in the other. Okay? I mean, why not?
Oh man.
Yeah, no, I'm just yeah. You know what's funny about these computers, you know, everything we're doing here, you know, it's not like we're doing things old school. You know, if we were doing things old school, you know, everything would probably be working without a problem. But now with all these computers and everything that we're using, and you know, people are on PCs and people are on Macs and people are using this software and that software and this mic and this headset. Nothing's ever compatible. And then everything wants you to download that automatic update, you know, because it's supposed to be good for you. You know, it's like those infomercials, you know, where you see these drugs that are out there being pumped at you by the, you know, the FDA, and they're like, take this will fix everything that's wrong with you.
And then it shows you all the pretty pictures while they tell you how you're going to die in 3 different languages.
Right. Exactly. It's like you're going to bleed out every orifice of your body. You know,
I've always wanted to do
solid foods again. You're going to leak out of your rear end like perpetually for the rest of your life. It's like the same thing with software. You know, it's like, download this. You need this. You need to have
side
this
effects
patch.
may include exposing your your ID, your everything. You know, that's side effects there for you.
Yeah, it freaking breaks everything, man. Like, I got a Mac right now. They want me to download the latest, you know, operating system on my Mac. No way, dude. I'm going to download that, and then my Skype is going to break, my Wirecast is going to break, my Final Cut Pro is going to break, don't, no, you know what? It's okay. Don't worry about it, you know? All you got to do is, you know, pay for the upgrade, this nice little patch that's like, you know, thousands of dollars, you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm telling you what, man.
So tell me what else grinds your gears.
Well, you know what? I figure, you know, if I'm gonna have to improvise here on our maiden show.
Well, wasn't that gonna be a thing we wanted to bring up eventually? Was
the rant?
Like the things when you, well, not even just that, but like the things when you go to a rock show, you know, that just catch your eye, or that just kind of just make you kind of go
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know me, man. Both of you guys know me. I mean, we've worked together for years.
Yeah.
Ambler, of course, Out with Ambler, everybody. You got to go check out with Ambler on Facebook. And, she's done amazing photography for Rock Titan for well over a year now. I mean, she has just done some of the most marvelous concert photography. And in the weeks to come, I've got some ideas on how we're going to showcase some of the latest stuff that she's done, in a more dynamic way. I'm thinking of the money shot, So, yeah, we'll get the money shot in there, and I think that'll be fun. And, Zach, maybe we're going to have to get you to do some, Voodoo Prophet drum solos for us, live on the show. But, so we should be getting our guy Freddie from Weapons of Anu here. Not exactly sure what's going on. You know what? This is funny, man. This is just too funny. I line up all the guests, for the show, and you know what I'm coming to the conclusion of? This is not on the other guys. This is not on the guys that were supposed to be guests at all. As far as Tom and David and Freddie go, I mean, these guys are awesome, and they're busy people with busy schedules and everything. What it comes down to is my failure as a producer. I'm so sorry, everybody. Oh God!
You're fired. That's Trump.
I hereby fire myself. You're fired. Yeah, right.
You're freaking fired.
I got to figure out a way to work in, sound effects. That's what I was trying to do, Rebel, to be honest with you. That's when I knew I was going to desperately need your help in playing some of these songs when I was doing the videos. Because what I was getting at was trying to do some sound effects for the show. Like some South Park stuff, and have some fun with it. But there was no way for me to be able to cue things up on my end and also have them play through Skype at the same time. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll be able to find some different technology here down the road. I don't know, people.
Or the latest update.
But or the latest update. I'll tell you what, man. I'm just I'm looking at all these patches. They scare me to death, man. Think
of patches.
Yeah, these things. They want you to do these updates, but I'm just like, no. I think I'm gonna pass on that. But man alive, I mean, it's just absolutely nuts. But oh God, I don't know what else is there to talk about. One thing, it's gonna be funny, for anyone who's listening. I know that Tom, who we're going to have on the show here, and we will catch up with him soon. So David and Tom, they are going to be back on, and we will also have Freddie from Weapons of Anu back on. I just need to make sure I do my part, a better job making sure that they know when exactly I'm going to be calling them. Because, Tuesday, late, we'll see what happens. But Tom is friends with Corey Taylor, from Slipknot. And I saw this thing on Blabbermouth not too long ago, and and he was talking about he sang so hard that he ruptured a testicle. I'm sorry, man. I'm not buying it. I was working out the other night. I might have ruptured a lot of things when I was doing like my douchebag CrossFit stuff the other day. It wasn't exactly CrossFit. I used to do that. I'm doing something new now. And if anything was going to rupture a testicle, all right, it would have been doing what I did the other day. My boy Tony, who and I, we've pledged one another, we're going to lose 100 pounds between ourselves by Halloween. So everybody, as you watch me and, and Zach and Ambler and other hosts that we're going to have on the show as time progresses, you're going to see me shrinking up. I'm going to be like thinner, it's going to be like a Stephen King horror novel. But, I've, to my knowledge, I've never even come close to rupturing a testicle. Is it possible to rupture a testicle singing, or is Corey just to try to steal headlines?
I don't buy it. He's got this semi-nude new girlfriend. They're all in love and big romance and this, that, and the other. I'm thinking maybe some possible yodeling during a moment of extreme passion.
I know. I knew that's where you were going, Ambler. Miss Frisky. I knew that's where you were going. Have you ever ruptured anyone's testicles in a moment of hot passion?
Not to where that 911 had to be called. It was just,
God.
press, and we were good.
Yeah. Now, Zach, I mean, obviously we talked about your band Voodoo Prophet, but that's certainly not the first band you've been in, you know? I mean, you've been rocking out for years now. Have you ever been in a band where the lead singer ruptured a nut?
Well, I'm just going to say flat out no. I'm just going to give a big old no.
Or at least that he told you.
Yeah,
No,
you know?
I could still give you a big flat out no.
I mean,
Because if that were the case, I would have brought it up immediately. Be like,
Dude.
oh yeah, okay. But no.
Your nut just like ruptured all over the stage.
I mean, I can understand blowing vocal cords, you know, maybe even cracking a rib somehow, you know, or certainly like, you know, maybe blowing out a little blood vessel in your head, giving yourself like a real severe headache. I could even understand someone, you know, and this would be awful, but, you know, having like an aneurysm or a brain hemorrhage. Like that happened to Bret Michaels. You know, from Poison back in the day. Remember, he had that brain aneurysm, I think, while he was performing.
Sure did.
Yeah, this is a new one. This
You know?
should be in like the list of Spinal Tap.
But this is
moments or
blowing
something.
out a testicle, man. You know, like, I don't know. Like, when I'm talking, like, right now, I can't feel anything below, like, my stomach, you know. They always say, breathe with your diaphragm. Breathe with your diaphragm, you know? So it's like, I can't feel anything below my diaphragm, you know? Not as a result of breathing, you know, or talking or singing. I don't get it. I don't know. I just don't see how it's possible. But, oh, God, you know, have you ever ruptured or, you know, gotten any injuries when you were drumming, Zach? Have you ever sustained any injuries drumming live, you know, in Voodoo Prophet? Or any other bands?
Yes, I have.
Oh, God, this is...
definitely-
Okay, come on, man. Anything close to a nut? Anything that would hinder
well,
nocturnal
actually,
activities?
You know what? I actually did think I came close once in a drum fill, whacking myself right where it hurts. I definitely
was gonna
think
ask that.
Yeah, I definitely feel like at least once or twice in my lifetime of drumming that's happened. But the funniest one was when I was like, it wasn't a live performance. It was during a rehearsal. I was doing kind of the same thing in the middle of a drum fill for something, and it just bounced off the floor tom, whacked me right in the eyebrow, and I about punched a hole right through my floor tom, scared my bandmates half to death. And then, God.
Well, Ambler, I mean, for a woman, all right, obviously women don't have testicles. Not all women these days.
I was going to say, I have
you know?
figured it.
So, well, I don't know, what would be the equivalent, you know, if you were to rupture something as a result of, like, screaming at your husband loudly? Have you ever been in, like, you know, just a real heated verbal battle, you know, where you suddenly felt something below the waistline that was just going to pop?
Maybe?
Eh?
When you bust your uterus, you mean? Just
Oh, is that what okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right. So you felt uteral pain.
It's a thing.
Is this legit?
Of course, yeah. I mean,
Is it like menstrual cramps?
that's where we keep our figurative testicles, is right there in our uterus.
All right. So, you know, one of these days, maybe, you know, Zach, since you're friends with Lizzie, you know, or maybe we got to get some of these female rockers on here. There's so many females, you know, in the music industry. I would love to get them on and just find out, have you ever felt as you were up there rocking out on stage, did you feel your uterus suddenly about to explode?
I think Lizzie get a kick out of that one. I just, after kind of meeting her and, you know, chatting with her as much as I have, she's got such a good sense of humor. I definitely feel like her and Joe, the guitarist, Joe Hettinger, yeah, I definitely feel like they would have fun with that one.
No, man.
Definitely feel like they'd have fun with that.
Ambler, you know, have you ever collaborated with any of your female friends, you know, that have expressed, you know, anything like that ever happening?
Well, I've never collaborated in that we've never bust a uterus together simultaneously.
Oh, all right.
Well, that's a good thing.
You know, I ain't dead yet.
The things that can happen in rock and roll, people, you just never know. You know,
Science by Rock Titan. That's what this segment is.
It gives whole new meaning to what it is to bust a nut. You know what I'm saying? So
and
on
not
that
in a pleasant
note,
way.
Yeah. So on that note, that's all our time for Rock Titan Live, everybody. And, again, I know we had some guests lined up that, due to a variety of different issues, all on my end, we weren't able to get them on. But they will certainly be joining us in the weeks to come. We've got some amazing guests lined up. We really do. It's going to be a fun show. Rebel, thank you so much for all the work that you've put in. And Zach, Ambler, we're going to have a blast. I don't know. I hope you enjoyed the show. Yeah? Did you guys have fun? You guys want to keep on doing this, or are you going to bail on me?
Yeah, absolutely. Keep on doing this. It's the first episode, and just already full of laughs. That's how it should be.
I've got to hang in and wait for the opportunity to shoot your ashes from.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ulterior motives, I see.
All right. So, everybody, I'm Scott with Out with Ambler. Make sure you go check her out on Facebook, Out with Ambler.
And Instagram.
Zach Dubois, Zachy D. All right. Make sure you go check out Voodoo Prophet, everything they got going on. And we will see you all and talk to you next Tuesday. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a good night.
Cheers.